I am going to give you my top 5 tips for trying to fit in working out with a packed schedule. Hello everyone, my name is Marissa. I am a certified personal trainer and future dietitian. If you are not already, please follow me on Instagram and TikTok and all the things. I will leave my handles there because I post very different content on all of my social media platforms, but ultimately all surrounding health, fitness, and nutrition. But today I wanted to talk a little bit about how to really focus on working out and finding time to exercise when you have a really packed schedule. Because if you've seen my previous video from last week, you will know that my life is entirely different than what it was this summer and probably ever, because this is my first time working a full-time job, but it's not a full-time job, it's an internship, so I'm not really getting paid for it at all. But I am still working and it feels like I'm working 24/7, even though I'm not. I feel like I get in this cycle of working and sleeping and then going right back to work and then going right to sleep. And I feel like a lot of people are in the same position as me. And I'm a personal trainer. Obviously, I still want to find time to exercise. It's something that helps with my mental clarity. It helps me de-stress. It has so many good benefits. I want to be able to keep that up, obviously, while I do have a more stressful life situation at the moment. I am going to give you my top 5 tips for trying to fit in working out with a packed schedule. If you want some more in-depth knowledge on time management, motivation, how to not procrastinate, things like that, I do already have time management videos up on my channel, so you could definitely go check those out. I will be sure to have one up here somewhere. That is probably one of my most helpful videos for time management in general, and thus it will also help you find ways to add exercise into your routine. In this video in particular, we are solely talking about how to work out more often in a very busy schedule. My first tip, and it's also something that I go over in other videos, is find your pockets of time. Everybody has a pocket of time, whether it's 5 minutes or an hour in the day, where they could work out. Not necessarily work out, but do something that is higher on the priority list or something that they want to do. Maybe it's a hobby. Maybe someone wants to find 15 minutes of their day to learn a language or learn how to play an instrument. You can find a pocket of time throughout your work week where you do have an interval that you could work out. If you don't, if your schedule is already completely packed to the brim and you're saying, look, I get it, but I don't have any time to spare other than to eat, I understand. If you don't have pockets of time throughout your normal day, you could make time by getting up earlier, if that is something that works with your sleep schedule. Obviously, for someone like me who's getting up at 4:30 in the morning during the week, I'm not gonna get up at 3:30 a.m. just to work out. That is completely unrealistic for me. So I am going to, of course, find time after work when I still have energy to be able to go to the gym. For me, that's how I like to work out. I like to lift weights and go to the gym, but it could be different for somebody else. And you could even take advantage of weekends. If you feel like Monday through Friday, your regular work week, you do not have time to work out, try and take advantage of the weekends. That's what I do. During the week now, I have much shorter intervals of time, but on the weekends, I can go for 90 minutes. I can go for 2 hours even if I want to. I'll go in the mornings during the weekends, so it'll give me that mental clarity and focus and energy to get me through the rest of the day, as opposed to maybe going in the evening, because I do like to get to bed pretty early. And if I went to the gym at 8:30, 9 at night, I would be wired by the time I got home, and then that would hence mess up my sleep schedule for the rest of the week when I do have to be getting up super early. Also, I apologize if you can hear the rattling in the AC. If you can't, excellent. The AC here is all screwed up. Hopefully next year I'll have my own space so I can do what I want with it, but right now this is what we have to work with. Tip number 2 is plan ahead. And this goes for so many things in life, but definitely for exercise. For example, if you feel like you only have 30 minutes on Tuesdays and Wednesdays to work out, then that is fine. If you notice that there are specific times during specific days in your week schedule consistently that you have a little bit of extra time or a pocket or a window opening up, then you can say, okay, that's what I'm gonna do on that day. And you can even take it a step further to actually plan your workout for that day, so the time doesn't come on Tuesday and you still feel like you're not prepared to go. Because if you're not prepared to go and you don't know what type of workout you wanna do or what exercises, you may just say screw it and not go, because then you'll have to take an extra 10, 15 minutes, whatever, to come up with that plan. For me, I just walk into the gym and I come up with it on the spot. That's a perk of being a personal trainer. I kind of have this constant flow of workouts and exercises and how many sets and reps I want to do, what weight. It's very easy. It's like second nature to me, but I understand that it's not like that for a lot of people. That's why I have clients that come to me and already have the motivation, already have the accountability, but just want the workout making aspect to be taken care of for them so that they can just show up and do the work and not necessarily have to put so much brain power into thinking of the workouts themselves. I would say if you don't have a trainer, you should come up with them ahead of time. If you feel like it would take you too long, or maybe you'll get to the gym and not really know what you want to do, and then that just eats up your time that you could be spending working out. Tip 3 is to get clear on your goals. If you do not know what you want to do, whether it's to maintain your weight, lose weight, gain weight, just gain strength, feel healthier, have more energy, things like that, then you won't know how you want to exercise. If you want to gain weight, you're really going to have to focus on resistance training. If you want to lose weight, you can do a mix of resistance training and cardio. If you just want to get stronger, obviously strength training is the way to go. There's so many different ways you can work out, which we'll talk about later, but you need to get clear on your goals in order to know, Wednesday, I want to do a resistance training workout. Thursday, I want to do a cardio session, whatever that may be, so that you know going forward the types of workouts you need to or choose to do to reach those goals. Because if you're not clear on where you want to go and how you want to see things happen in your fitness, it's going to get confusing, and when things get confusing, you're more likely to quit or stop. So that is why it's so important to know, okay, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to see happen. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a physique goal. You don't have to want to lose weight to do cardio, for example. You can do anything, whether it's even just to feel good. And then if you just want to feel good, pretty much any form of physical activity is going to benefit you. So that's always a plus. Tip number 4. Try circuit workouts. These are so good for strength and cardio at the same time. If you're not familiar with circuit workouts, it's basically doing an exercise, no rest, going into another exercise, no rest, and going down the line of exercises in rounds. And then maybe at the end of the round, you can take a minute rest or something. So that keeps your heart rate up and has that sweat effect that you really don't get from just doing an exercise like bicep curls, for example, then taking a minute rest and then repeating that for 3 or 4 sets. Instead, you do 3 or 4 rounds. I mean, of course, you could do more, you could do less of that, but usually when I'm programming circuit workouts, I do 3 to 4 rounds, and you go all the way down the line and then just repeat that cycle. Because you're cutting out those rest times, it makes the workouts much, much shorter, but you're still getting the positive benefits of resistance training, and you're adding cardio into the mix, which can also be really cool and helpful and beneficial. I love, love, love circuit workouts so much for all of those reasons, and that's why I recommend them so much. And I do have a pretty exciting announcement. I'm going to be launching something. I don't want to say too much about it yet, just because I don't have all of the details, but it is going to involve getting workouts from me much more affordable than the online one-on-one programs through an app. All these workouts I will curate. I will make the videos for them so you can have a breakdown of the form and how to do the exercises. And a lot of these these workouts that I'm gonna be giving you are going to be circuit workouts. If you are trying to rack your brain on how to create a circuit workout on your own, either join my one-on-one personal training. Some of my pre-made programs also have circuit workouts, and then once I launch this app, I will also have them in there ready for you as well. I believe I also have some on YouTube, so you may as well try those too. There's plenty out there. I have them on TikTok, tons of examples. Basically what I'm trying to say is I have tons and tons of examples of circuit workouts that you can use to get started. So you don't have to start from scratch and search the internet trying to find the best circuit workout. There's so many ways to do it, and I can help you with that. Tip number 5, try HIIT workouts. HIIT, H-I-I-T, stands for high intensity interval training. And interval meaning your heart rate will go up and down throughout the entire workout. You're able to burn more calories in less time, essentially, but it's just a really good cardio workout to be able to do in a very short amount of time. That's why I like it. I try not to have people emphasize the amount of calories burned during a workout so much, because the reason you should be working out isn't necessarily just to burn calories. There's so many more benefits to physical activity aside from just the calorie burning effect that I prefer to focus on, because it can get you kind of in a diet mentality when you're thinking, I'm gonna do this HIIT workout and I'm gonna burn 500 calories. If that's your only motivation, that puts you in that diet mindset that I don't like. So I don't really talk about it in that aspect, but I do like it because you can do it in 15, 20 minutes and be done. So if you only have a half an hour to work out, I definitely recommend HIIT workouts, because you can do your warm up, the workout itself, and the cool down all in 15 minutes if you do it a certain way. A lot of the HIIT workouts that I put on TikTok, a lot of the HIIT workouts that I give to my one-on-one personal training clients in my pre-made programs, again, on the app that we'll be launching, all have HIIT workouts done in a specific way to that you can get them done in 30 minutes or less. Again, I have plenty of examples of these, but just so you know kind of the basic construct of how I do HIIT workouts, because it's different for every trainer. I do them in a way that you do 5 rounds, 20 seconds on for an exercise, then a 20-second rest between the next exercise. And then you repeat those 5 rounds and you just keep going. 20 seconds doesn't seem like a long time until you're doing squat jumps, and 20 seconds at the same time doesn't seem like it's super short until you only have a 20-second rest and you're going into the next exercise. So it keeps you moving at such a fast pace, but at the same time, you can also go at your own pace. If you're doing mountain climbers, for example, you can slow down the tempo if you're having a hard time. There's so many modifications for exercises that you could do. Anybody at any level can do HIIT workouts, and that's another reason why I love them so much and why I utilize them so much. So, in summary, circuit workouts and HIIT workouts are going to be your best friend if you don't have a lot of time to be working out or spend in the gym. Wow, I said I had 5 tips, but I actually have 6 tips. I forgot. I have another tip for you. This 6th tip is probably one of the most important of all of them. I don't know why I forgot about it. It is move in a way that makes you happy. If you are not moving in a way that makes you happy, you are not going to continue, and you will be in a constant cycle of motivation, burnout, over and over and over again. Consistency is key for everything in life. If you want to be consistent and not have to necessarily rely on motivation all the time, find a way to move that makes you happy and makes you want to do it over and over again. If HIIT workouts are not your thing, you do not have to do them. If lifting weights, if you absolutely despise it, you don't have to do that either. If you'd rather spend 45 minutes riding your bike than going to the gym, do that. You could also do things that don't feel like a workout to you. For example, mine is dance. It doesn't feel like a workout to me. It's just fun. I just love it. I have a passion for it, so that's why I do it. For some people, that could be riding their bike. That could just be going for a nice walk on a trail. That could be going for a swim. There's so many different ways to move. You don't have to think that I have to go to the gym for an hour and lift weights to work out. A workout could literally be going for a 30-minute walk around your neighborhood. And also at the same time, don't think that just because you don't have an hour every day to commit to lifting weights, for example, that you can't work out at all. There are so many different ways you can move and so many different time intervals. It also does not matter what time you work out in a day. If you want to go for a 6 a.m. workout, do that. If you want to do 8 p.m., do that. It does not matter. I have seen so many people say you have to work out fasted, you have to do a fasted run in the morning before you eat breakfast, and it's not true. You can work out in a way that makes you happy, whatever time of day fits into your schedule, and still see amazing results and benefits. I promise. Just some last minute thoughts. It's also important to think about what you do for work and how that will impact how you're moving outside of work. If you have a job that involves very heavy manual labor, or you're constantly on your feet, your workout routine or exercise routine for the rest of the week is gonna look a lot different perhaps to somebody who is sedentary at their job. You may not necessarily need to do so much extra outside of work if you have a really labor-intensive job. Always just keep that in mind. If you're feeling overworked, constantly tired, low energy, it may be a sign to take a step back. Maybe you're overtraining, or maybe you're not fueling your body enough to be able to go to work every day and exercise on top of that. There are ways to do it. For example, my boyfriend has a very labor-intensive job. He is out in the Florida heat, sweating his butt off for 8 hours a day, and then he comes home and then we go to the gym on top of that. And a lot of people can pull that off. You just have to make sure you're eating enough and eating nutritious foods that will help with your energy. So yes, it's doable, but you need to make sure that you're eating enough calories to sustain yourself. If you're feeling constantly tired and low energy, that may be a sign that you're either overtraining or need to eat more to sustain your training. And there we have it. I believe that is it for this workout, for this YouTube video. If you got value out of it, definitely hit the thumbs up and subscribe, because I will be making tons of more videos like this. I'm sorry I can't get out steadily 1 to 2 videos a week every week right now. Things are absolutely insane when it comes to my path, which is to become a registered dietitian. It is crazy. If you want me to make a video on how to become a registered dietitian and the steps you need to take, I can do that as well. I want more people out there like dietitians. They're amazing people and we need more of them. So I would love to share my knowledge, what I know now, after all of this time, and I'm still not done. I will leave you with that. Have an amazing rest of your day, weekend, night, whenever you are watching this, and I will see you later.